On today's episode of Medigap TV, we're going to discuss the Medicare Supplement Plan N. Is this the best Medicare supplement plan for you? Stay tuned. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Medigap TV. I'm your host, Lauren Marms. I'm also the owner of Medicare Solutions Team. I've built this channel to help guide you down the path to Medicare and answer any questions you might have. If you find our information helpful, please give us a thumbs up and like our video and subscribe to our channel. We are an independent Medicare supplement company, which means we carry all the top providers in your state. Please call us anytime to have your questions answered or to get a free, no obligation quote. Our number is 844-528-8688. Thank you, and we'll see you inside. Everybody that's seen my videos, been to my website, or talked to me on the phone knows that I think Plan G is the best plan on the market. Best for rate increases, the best for coverage when it comes to Medicare supplement. That being said, there is another plan on the market with lower rates that is close to a Plan G with just a few differences, and that plan is the Plan N. In certain states, Florida, Vermont, just to name a couple, Plan N is priced so much lower than Plan G, it just makes more sense. In other states, the pricing's fairly close in the $15, $25 range difference, and then that's something you need to decide if that makes sense for you to take on the little bit extra of Plan N just to keep your monthly payments lower. So first we're going to compare the two, Plan N and G. As you can see on this slide, the benefits of a Plan G and a Plan N side by side. They both pay the Medicare Part A coinsurance, which would be your 20% in copays. They both pay the Medicare Part B coinsurance or copayment, but if you notice, there's asterisks here on the Plan N, and we'll see that on a slide a little further. We'll go into an in-depth explanation on that. Blood, 100%, same coverage. Hospice, 100%, same coverage. Nursing facility care, 100%, same coverage. The Part A deductible, which is the big one and the one we want to make sure we're covered. The Part B deductible, with both plans, you will cover that out of pocket. The Part B excess charges. This is another difference in the Plan N from the Plan G. You will be responsible for any Part B excess charges. And again, that's explained in a later slide. Also, the foreign travel is exactly the same. They each pay 80% up to a plan limit. Here's a closer look with a little bit more detail. The Part B deductible is the same between a Plan N and Plan G. You'll pay it out of pocket. That's for your doctor only, and it's once per year. Now, here's the major difference. The Part B excess and the Part B coinsurance. With the Plan G, they will pay 100% of the Part B coinsurance. With a Plan N, it will pay 100% of the Part B coinsurance except up to a $20 copay for an office visit. So if you go to your doctor, you may have to pay a $20 copay, and a $50 copay for emergency room visits that do not result in an inpatient admission. If you go to the ER and they admit you, that $50 copayment will be waived. The other major difference is Part B excess. Part B excess. If a doctor says he will accept Medicare but is not assigned by Medicare, he can charge you up to 15% additional charge above the Medicare approved amount. And I've got a sample for you. So if you went to a doctor that was not assigned by Medicare but accepted Medicare, instead of the 20%, it would be 35% that you would owe. Here's an example. Your doctor accepts assignment. You go to the doctor, his bill is $120. Medicare says, well, wait a minute, Dr. Bob. We only pay $100 for that service. Medicare would pay its 80%, which was $80. Your Medicare supplement pays the 20%, which is $20. You pay $0. Now, your doctor does not accept assignment. You go to the doctor, same bill, $120. Medicare says, well, we only approve $100 for that. So they're going to pay their 80%, which is $80. Your Medicare Supplement or Plan N would pay the 20%, the $20, and the doctor, because he can, charge you 15% in excess of the Medicare approved amount, which means you would pay out of pocket $15. A Plan G would pay this. A Plan N, you would pay this out of pocket. Now, by today's standards, the percentage of doctors accepting Medicare assignment is in the 93% range. So if you do your homework a little bit, find out if your doctors and specialists are assigned by Medicare, you should be able to solve not having to pay this with the Plan N. It doesn't happen very often. I've got clients on it, and I have never heard of a tragedy happening. But I do want you to be aware of, if your doctor is not assigned with a Plan N, you would pay the 15% excess amount of the Medicare approved charges. Plan G covers this, Plan N out of your pocket. Well, let's take a look at some rates and see if it makes sense. Here is one instance where I would say we go with a Plan G versus the Plan N unless you want the absolute lowest cost per month. Plan G is $107.18. This is for a male non-smoker in Mississippi, and a Plan N for him would be $90.53. You take one office visit onto here per month. If you went to the doctor once per month, you're right up to that Plan G pricing, so you might as well go with the Plan G. In Mississippi, in this scenario, I would not recommend a Plan N. I would recommend a Plan G. Again, if you're thinking of a Medicare Advantage plan, go with a Plan N. It's still a better solution, and you still retain your rights under original Medicare to go to any doctor anywhere in the United States that accepts Medicare. I want to mention that foreign travel is also the exact same on Plan N as a Plan G. Where it does make sense to go with a Plan N, here is in Vermont. A Plan F is just way out of reach. That's just ridiculous. A Plan G is $167. A Plan N is $119.97. So you can see you've got $50 difference between the two. That means you can go to the doctor 2.5 times per month before you come up to this price. So Vermont, Florida is another state. I would recommend going with a Plan N. With Plan N increases, we know what's happening with Plan F. Plan F has the largest increases. They have for quite a while. Plan F is going to go away for new enrollees in 2020, which means no new blood will be going in, which in turn means the rates could go up, and that's a pretty good chance. Here is a letter that I received from one carrier. I'm only going to go over one carrier, but this has been the trend for quite a while. This is for 2017. You notice going into effect February of 2017 with this carrier. This is for the state of Kansas, which is just one. This plan is receiving an increase of 9% for Plans A and F, and for Plan G and N, 0%. The Plan N rate increases are actually slightly better across the nation as a whole than the Plan G. They're very close, but with the government wanting to get away from first dollar coverage, which Plan F is, the companies all want to see you in a Plan G or a Plan N. Okay, so in closing, I just want to do a real quick review. A Plan N, you're going to have a $20 copay for some office visits. You're going to have a $50 copay for ER visits. If you are admitted to the hospital, that $50 copayment will go away. You will also be responsible for any charges from a doctor that is not assigned by Medicare. If Medicare says they pay $100 for that, he can, by law, charge you 15% over that cost. And with a Plan N, you will be responsible for that cost. Now, the monthly pricing is very good on a Plan N. We just need to discuss, is it worth paying the copays and the possibility of that non-assignment charge versus a Plan G? And in some states, it definitely is. So Plan N is my second choice for most of the country. Definitely my top choice in a few states. You can call us anytime at 844-528-8688, and we'll discuss the differences between the two. Thank you very much for watching. You have a wonderful day. Well, that concludes another episode of Medigap TV. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found the information useful. If you would like to end your search on Medicare information and get all your answers in one spot, click the link below this video in the description for Medicare Academy. Medicare Academy is an easy-to-understand online video course that'll take you through all the steps of Medicare, from enrolling in Medicare, what each part of Medicare is and what their cost is, all the way to getting quotes on your Medicare supplement. If you like the information provided here, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and like our video and subscribe to the channel. Just click on my face down below and we'll see you in the next episode.